Hello everybody, it's Shirley, and today I am working on these blocks that I created a while ago, and they are a diamond pattern. And what I did with them is I just used all my scraps that I had in a bag. It was just the smallest amount of scraps, and I was originally just going to make a quilt just like this, with it just as a diamond quilt. And I thought, no, what I will do is I'll spend some time on it and I'll just make it into a crazy quilt. And that's what I've been doing. I've only just sort of more or less went in with the crazy quilting at the moment with this particular block, and so far it seems to be looking okay. This was the first one I did, and what I've decided to do is I'm also going to use up all bits and pieces. I'm just going to go to town with this one and do all kinds of things with it, with the embellishments. I'm still working on that other crazy quilt, and that will eventually one day sometime it will be finished. But I'm just working on this just to unwind a little bit and get back into stitching and whatnot. So this was the first one I did, and then I did this one. So as you can see, I'm just going to embellish it and stitch on it. And the idea is you just, I could arrange it anyway, but you just arrange it like this in rows. And for this quilt, the idea come from, just let me get these out of the way. The idea come from this quilt almanac, and it's from 1993. And this is, you can still pick these up on eBay. I've found mine in the thrift stores, but I don't find them much anymore. And the pattern that I'm using is this one here. It's called a string of diamonds, and they've just stitched it without the embellishments. So, and there's no they haven't done a seam stitching on it. It's just arranged as a crazy quilt. So, and that's a little bit about the quilt that they've done. The pattern is here. So it's called a string of diamonds, and this particular block, it's a 1 thimble. They rate it to difficulty. 1 thimble is a beginner block, and the size of this block here is 5.5 inches by 10.5 inches, and you need to make, no, not 70, 124 pieces. You have to create 124 of those, and that will make a quilt size of 55 inches by 70 inches. So, and that's a suggested arrangement for the block diagram, and that's the quilting pattern you can use as well, but I won't be using that. So that's where this has come from, the idea for these diamonds, and I've been just making these up. They're all made up, but I just have to embellish them and work on them. And what I've been doing is just sort of arranging it with odds and ends. You've seen this one here, I used a vintage transfer, And the vintage transfers come from this pack that I found at this is at an antique store. It was a little bit expensive because it was $10, but there's quite a few patterns in there, and they're all, you know, from the 1970s, 1930s, 1920s, older even. And I've just been adding those to these blocks, so that spoon there come from these transfers. I've just been putting odds and ends, you know, anything that I thought would work, like the little love down here. This is actually a stand. Like these, and what I do with these sort of things, if it's just like an outline like that, or even if it isn't, I just stamp it with Stays On ink, which will be like it's permanent ink, it won't run in the wash, and then I just embroider over it like it's a transfer. I think I did show something like that on my YouTube channel. It's there somewhere. I think it was a balloon. Yeah, it was a balloon. So like, see the key here? You can see the stamped image, and I've just gone over the key with a gold thread, and I just picked out like a lot of these items, like this Americana fabric and this button, it come in swaps. I was in a lot of swaps back in the day with Crazy Quilting. Can't do that now obviously because of the way the postage is. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm just going to sit down and just do a little bit of stitching on this. So this one, I don't know if it's going to be big enough though. For the centre, I'm thinking of putting this black cat in that centerpiece. That should fit. And I've got some, this is 32 count linen, and I use it like a waist canvas, so with the linen you can just pull the threads away. I'm thinking of this cat should go in there, and that will look like it's something different. This might be a little bit too big a fabric, but I'll cut all this away and clean it all up. I got this marked out. What did I say it was? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, hang on. Here. This should be starting here because of those whiskers. So let's count that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay. So it's 20 and 19. Because I only want the cat. I don't want any of the other motifs around it. So I'm finding the centre of just where the cat is, which I've already done, and I've already marked it, and I can start stitching. Okey-dokey. Now I don't need that much, but I don't want to waste. I've find a little square. So I'll get a square out of this. So the way I do it to find a square, just do that, and that will make a square. Give me a square bit of fabric. I'll show you in a second. Make sure I cut it on there. Make sure that cuts like that. It's a bit awkward at the moment because I haven't done this in a long time. Cut it like that, and that don't give me much of a waste then. So let's see if that was a square. Might be a little bit off. Oh, not too much. So that's how I find a square on a bit of fabric. Yep, that's alright. So now I'm going to have to find the centre of this. It's just a little bit out. So I can have the centre of the chart. And because this is, I'm pretty sure this is 32 count linen, it will be the same as 14 count Ada. Now, I can tack this down. Will I tack it down? No, I'll just pin this down. I don't have time to be faffing about with tacking. So I'm just going to pin this down. Ideally you should tack it, because it makes it better, you know, makes it a little bit more stable. I may end up doing that eventually. It'll must be. So I'll mark that. Just mark that centre. Mark the centre of the fabric. And all the dogs are going off. Put that in there. Get that out of the way. Now with my needle. What am I doing? And it's a stitch in 2 strands. Okie-dokie. This will take a while to do, I think. So I will come back.